नमस्कार दोस्तों, I welcome you again on my channel The Pearl Innovations. Friends, this is the continuation video of the previous video in which I was talking about the principles of design. In today's video, I'll be discussing about balance, focus, dominance, contrast, scale and proportion. So, start करते हैं balance के साथ. Composition में, design में balance, I'll tell you. Balance here is the visual balance, the visual weight of the elements. It matters a lot. When we talk about the visual balance, then that balance is sensed and it is weighed by our human eye. So, when you keep some elements in a composition, our eye has a tendency of weighing that, of balancing that, so which can be done by putting either the equal numbers on both the sides of a particular axis or by keeping the visual weight same but keeping dissimilar objects on both the sides. See this example. In this you can see that exactly the same number of earthen pots and exactly same texture, exactly same number of planters have been kept on both the sides of this entry. Whereas in this image you can see that the right hand side is lacking the big tree which is on the left hand side. So the balance is there in the previous image also and in this image also, but the way they have been, the usage is being done of the texture and the quality of planters, it creates the difference. When we keep exactly the same number of objects or elements on both sides of the axis, it is called as the symmetric balance. Whereas when we keep the visual weight same but the texture or the shape or the number of elements varies, then in that case it is called the asymmetric balance. So balance is very important in any of your composition. Next, let's talk about contrast. Contrast means breaking a particular flow of elements or breaking the monotony in a particular composition. Now, this can be done by creating something which is a very contrasting color or bringing something which is very contrast in texture. For example, if you have a black and white thematic drawing room in your house and you have put a vibrant, a beautiful red painting on the wall, then red painting on that wall will create contrast in that particular drawing room because the overall color which is going on is black and white, and that red has created a catchy thing or a kind of contrast thing in your drawing room. So contrast is also very important, to break the monotony and to make the design more appreciable and more interesting. Next बात करते हैं हम scale की, proportion की, dominance के साथ. Dominance means creating a focal point. For example, you have this composition in which you have so many small trees and you can see a big tree. Now that big tree, because of its size, is creating dominance in the image. Dominance creates unity also. Let me tell you how. This big tree is inviting or has arranged the composition in a way that all other trees are looking like a part of it. And this dominance and this dominating feature means this big tree is acting like the father of all elements in this particular composition. Whereas in the other drawing, all the shapes and all the sizes are different and there is no particular kind of dominance. So that is a kind of varietyful composition. You cannot see any dominance in that. But in a composition, when dominance is created, it becomes more delightful, more answerable. Nobody can challenge it. It is actually, and it will look appealing and pleasing. Now dominance can also be created by using a particular proportionate thing. For example, in this elevation you can see a big facade with black textured tile. Now this black facade is, in proportions, you can see it is creating a dominance on the overall elevation because of its color, its size, its proportion, and of course this texture. Proportion is very important in any composition because I can give you an example from the kitchen itself. The quantity for which a particular spice is added in any kind of recipe, it creates a very peculiar factor or a peculiar taste in it. उससे ज़रा सा भी ज़्यादा या ज़रा सा भी कम उसका proportion will not give you that particular taste or that particular flavor of that particular recipe. Same is the case is in this example. This big facade in black is giving you dominance because of its proportion vis-a-vis the overall size or overall length or breadth of that particular elevation. So this is how scale or proportion in a particular elevation or in a particular composition matters. Also, किसी भी चीज़ को खूबसूरत लगने के लिए proportions का होना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. I will give you a very interesting example. To me, ऐश्वर्या राय का जो चेहरा है is very beautiful. Now, what do you think is the reason for that? Eyes तो उनकी भी दो हैं, nose एक है, lips exactly वहीं पे placement है, but she looks beautiful. Why? The only thing is the proportion and the shape of her features on her face, which makes her so beautiful. So this is an important example which our teachers used to give us, and I think this is apt here. Proportions actually matter so as to make a composition beautiful. तो आई थिंक फ्रेंड्स प्रिंसिपल्स के बारे में जो मैंने बताया इट विल हेल्प यू एंड यू आर अ लिटिल क्लियर अबाउट व्हाट आर द फीचर्स, व्हाट आर द एलिमेंट्स एंड हाउ टू यूज देम यूजिंग different principles. Friends, for my next video, keep watching, liking, sharing and subscribing. And friends, I'm also working as a freelancer, so please अपने architectural help के लिए contact me. Keep liking my videos, keep liking the Pearl Innovations. Thank you.